World Electronic Sports Games returns with a new season, the largest championship among national teams in the history of esports. Dota 2, Hearthstone, CSGO, StarCraft 2, and $5.5 million at stake. European finals will be held in marvelous Barcelona from the 22nd to the 26th of November. Win your slot in the finals of the World Championship. Register right now.
Yeah. Jackson. Yeah. Bounce. Yeah.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another day of Hellcase. I'm going to just take a quick little look at how these guys are doing within the groups, if it all... Hello. Oh, what's going on here? Wait. There we go. Just taking his time a little bit today. But yeah, we got Pride right at the top with MV Academy at the moment, and X-Outlaws also only with one loss. So we are going to get another team adding a loss to their name. And, yeah, I'm actually not sure which way this is going to go. I'm leaning towards the X-Outlaws, guys, because I think they have been playing very well recently. I'm liking the look of what I've seen from Ships. I think he's looked very good. And I think it might just be a little bit of a resurgence for this team, having a new sort of mix of the roster. Bubble is now going to be in a team that he actually seems to maybe like. And, hey, I'm good, thanks. How are you? How are you guys today? As I said, yeah, I think I'm going to be going with the X-Outlaws, guys. I remember the old Outlaws team was pretty good at train, but it was that Nikki NK sort of combo, which I just love to watch, where they would just aggressively push out into that A site and just not really do anything too special, but just have the sheer almost trading ability to win themselves these rounds. So, yeah, I'm excited to see how this match will go on train. As said, I am going to go with the Bulgarians a little bit. Still waiting for them to get a team together, or like a organization, sorry, so that we can actually have them with some backing, and I think they deserve it for sure. I think they've got a decent little roster here, which could actually be quite exciting. I'm not sure how well I'm expecting it to do, and they may switch things around a little bit. In a way, I'm sort of hoping that this is the new sort of start for the Bulgarian Counter-Strike, because there's many ways where you look at things and you go, that MK team, that's what everybody was betting on. They were going, okay, MK are going to be the ones, but they never really could do anything, even if they wanted to, because of their VAC ban player. And I'm sort of hoping that this team will be almost a new life for Bulgarian CS, where you look at it and you go, okay, there's a chance for an opening as the best team. Can we now take that leap and become it, rather than always just sort of sitting in? Because no matter which team came out, whether it was B-Pro or Outlaws, everybody sort of just looked at MK and went, yeah, they're not as good, are they? Well, now they've got one of the players in there. You've also got Nikki with Bubble Spallan. I think it's a pretty solid roster. And they've started pretty well in this tournament. Of course, Pride's still above them at the moment, playing an extra game, winning 4-1 for now. First three, I think, were actually played with Innocence, so that does change things a little bit. But they looked good yesterday when they played, I think it was Binary Dragons who they beat. So that was a pretty good result for them in the group. And Binary Dragons now 4-3, not looking so good to actually sit at the top of the group at least. Either way, we've seen this a lot recently. This upper B push has been coming in all of the time. It looks like they may actually turn back, because just look at the position from the T's at the moment. They're just waiting for any aggression to come out from this CT side. They're not taking any aggressive angles. They're just hoping that somebody pushes into their crosshair, and then they have the sort of chance to actually take the round, just based off a mistake. But nobody's going to peek. Spallan still has a little bit of utility, and normally if you're going to hit the B site, you do have a Molotov in there, so it isn't looking likely. They've got a smoke and a couple of flashbangs as well, just to sort of section off the side, give them a chance to run around. But by the looks of things, they're going to double back towards Ivy. And the basic idea will probably either be smoke the right side, kill Lars, or smoke the left side and try and avoid him. Either way, Lars is just going to be holding the angle, spots out multiple players, gets a first, and now can just look to fade away. Doesn't want to repeat this. So low on HP. T's yet to really do any damage other than what we've seen onto Luz. Nice shot from Tom. He's going to be able to get one. Trying to find more. Still peeking, using the electric box to his cover, and Bubble just can't do anything. He tries to peek round the corner instead. Hands the CTs the bomb. And now it is left onto just the Punisher. Still one of my favorite names. Although the way he spelt it is a little bit painful. It doesn't have any time left, so every kill will be worthwhile. And in the end, it is just going to be Morales to finish the round. So great work from Tom. Just sort of in the back lines. And I'm pretty sure he already got more kills than we saw in the first half of the game he played yesterday. So that's a good sign. I feel like that was harsh. It was unnecessarily harsh, but I'm doing it anyway. The person who deserves to be punished in this situation is Luz, because he's bought a P90. And anybody who has watched me cast before knows that I hate this weapon with a passion. It's terrible, and don't buy it. Ever. Even if he aces, it's terrible. I don't care. I'm biased. Got a couple of MP9s. I like me an MP9. I actually have that exact MP9 with... See, look, Tom's in common. But I have it with Na'Vi stickers on it because I'm cool. Spider Academy. Reeks. Gonna be taking the long-range battle. Has himself the FAMAS, so he can afford to do so. Still a couple of rifles on the board and the potato shooter over on Luz. Not a bad position to play it in because he can just pre-fire and push going to come through, and he will only get one. Headshot out from the Tech 9. Tom going to be up close. Spots the first. Hasn't actually managed to connect onto either, but almost takes two. I say almost because doesn't quite get the second. Gets Nikki down to just 10 HP. Maniz pushing aggressive as well. Should have himself a freebie kill. And the only man left alive is going to be Nikki. 10 HP. And that won't last very long either. 2-0. Pride off to a solid start. They keep the majority of their SMGs. And more importantly, they lose the P90. So it isn't going to be a burden on their lives anymore. Here we go, though. Straight up. Eco. P250, nothing really invested. Maniz is going to go into what will actually be the blender, and Bobble with that one P250 actually pays for the gun itself and takes the FAMAS out of their hands. Now, Nikki may just want to throw this away. Surely not. How does Punisher win that battle? And actually, Nikki's managed to get another kill. This is quite costly. Can he do anything more? Yes, he can. Actually gets the kill onto Tom, and Luz in this round. He's like, nah, I don't need a weapon. We've got this for sure. They're going to have nothing. Instead, he now only has a P250. Does have armor, the one advantage he has over his opponent. And there are plenty of weapons to actually pick up. Depends what way he actually rotates. Nikki just trying to play the smart game. Rotate over towards Pop. Actually just waiting patiently in case the flank does come in. But Luz looking like ready to gamble towards that B site. A site, sorry. Slowly making the peak. Has no idea where his opponent is. Going to be making his way around. The timing could be integral. Not going to actually go far enough forward that he'll spot out Nikki as he crosses. A lot of angles for Nikki to clear, but he's got a decent amount of time. Still 30 seconds left on the clock and goes for a very safe plant. That's already more than should have been achieved and holds the angle. Gets it down to 34, but it's not quite enough. Nikki, with a heroic effort, taking down 2 players. 4 lost overall, and considering $300 were invested and they get 4,000 back plus all of the damage done to Pride, that's a very, very good round for the Bulgarian side. So 3-0. T side can juggle some weapons around. We'll see the AWP land into the hands of Bubble. Double AWP set up straight in for the CT side, so all of the money they had saved, which wasn't a huge amount, but all of it goes into this buy. So if Ex-Outlaws can win this one, they're going to have themselves a couple back. Or, well, they'll come up against a 4 spy. But other than that... Delay on the sound. Sure? Ships and Bubble both getting entries. Already a wonderful start to this round. B-site gonna fall. And the CT side are just looking like they may duck out of this round. Not expecting anything to go that quickly. Now the T's are looking to try and hunt them down. Want to try and remove problems that they have. Us. Just managed to take down one. The T's don't have a huge amount of money themselves, of course. Just saving up the last couple of rounds, but removing that AWP is going to be so valuable. Something that the T's or CT's will definitely not be able to rebuy, and it's gone. Straight out of the map. Ships doing exactly what is needed. Spot out. Tom will be able to take 1 and 2. And actually a third dropped as well, so both teams only with 1 player surviving. The problem with that is, well, it could cost both teams. The T side can rebuy comfortably. That's the one thing they do have, and they've reduced the buy significantly of what can be afforded by Pride. However, it means that if they now lose a round, they've got no security anymore. All that extra money is going to be spent into this one, and it actually gives a good chance that if Pride somehow managed to steal this round away with pistols, that they could actually just break the economy of ex-Outlaws straight away. So, definitely not ideal. Buzz. Be waiting over towards that Ivy spot. Patience seems to be key for the T at the moment. This is not a round they can afford to lose. Nice aggression from Maniz, but he doesn't know there's a man behind him. And it will be a quick trade. No problem really for Nikki. Scenario. A little bit more of a push coming into Pop. Still a rifle on Morel, so a trade for the CZ isn't the end of the world. The problem is the man that's gone down. You don't really want to be losing Maniz. He's normally the star of the show. Although Tom's been doing pretty well so far. Nikki, push in. We'll be able to get one. And I think that's pretty much the round over. The CT side should just look to try and save what weaponry they can gather. Maybe catch an exit frag or two, but the chances of them actually taking the round at this point are so very slim. You can see the pistol players may just opt to try and do a little bit of extra damage. You can get Luz into a decent position, but the T side are going to comfortably have this round after the individual over on the B side goes down. Punisher clearing out most of the angles. I think he has a pretty good idea of where the remaining CT players are. Should also know that there is going to be 1 rifle left. Luz, his exit frag doesn't go his way, so he's already going to be lost. And the T side don't really look like they're over pushing this one. Maybe deciding, okay, it's worth us just making sure that we have all that extra money going into the next round. We don't want to risk our own buy for the sake of damaging theirs. And yeah. This time there really isn't much invested at all. CT side just going to go with what they did manage to save. Maniz picks up a smoke as well. He's, again, this has been very slow play coming out from the ex-Outlaws side. Not a huge amount of aggression until the plan actually unravels. We did see it in the first buy round where they went quite quickly over towards the B side. But other than that, they've just been sitting back, waiting for the CTs to try and make a move. It has actually come in. Maniz has gone all the way into A main. Now, of course, the Ts are going to know that the prospect of this is available, so they won't just go running in. I hope they won't just go running in, because that would be a bit of a pain, it has to be said. But Gonna have players over towards this B site. One of them actually is Morels. Now, the B site on this map, I feel like it's much more likely that you can have one of those big individual plays, especially if he's holding the right angle. The problem is there's multiple for him to hold. Rotation has come in from a couple of his teammates, but he's the one man that has to try and make the play. Manages to get a first, looks for a second, and that's where he'll lose his life. The rifle could be retrieved and may give Reeks at least a second, but no, it's not going to happen. Mani's now the only one left alive. Still has his P250, so has more of a chance of at least stealing away a kill, but Bubble has one too, and some armor behind it. So it is going to even up. 3-3. Pride and X Outlaws are going to be sat on level pegging. Side, a little bit of aggression from Maniz. Trying to find that opening kill, and he will. Nicky's going to be going down without any real return. Morales looking to try and do the same. Still a decent buy-in from the T. Still enough money to buy in the next round, but they don't really want to have to. Morales picks up another with the AWP. Surprised to not see it on Maniz, but okay, maybe it's a good surprise. Not all surprises are bad, as Morales now picks up 3 kills, shutting things down individually on the site, leaving it onto Bubble. 1 versus 5. He does manage to get the first. This is going to have to be an incredible defense of the bomb to try and survive here. Manages a little bit of damage, but at the moment he just seems to be getting a little bit unlucky. Hits the leg shot, goes for the no-scope, and Reeks will end his life. Double AWP setup will return for the CT side. And it's going to be 4-3 in favor of Pride. So they cut their first round, excluding the pistol.
Counter-terrorists win.
Once again, a little bit of aggression coming out from the CT side, but they have turned it back into the more common, the solo man on B. Much more of a sort of stack position over towards this A side of the map. A little bit of a rotation out from Maniz, who does have that AWP. And Morels, of course, has the other. But it is just going to be, once again, these quick pushes into A. Something that we've seen in the past from Bulgarians, but already Tom starts things off nicely, somehow still surviving. And the pop flash is magnificent. He gets 2 kills. Nicky now the only one left alive and left blind once again. They really do in this situation. What can he really do? He has the bomb. Now a kill onto Reets and a bomb plant could make the difference for them actually getting a buy. Of course, Reets should be playing pretty passive here. He doesn't want to risk a bomb plant. Although it's not the end of the world if they get one, he doesn't want to risk it. He's got 2 angles to check, although Maniz is now coming in on the flank. And they should know that it can only be this upper spot now. Spray is wild, though. And that's Nicky to get the kill. Can he actually do anything more? Actually gets a second as well. Okay. This is getting a little bit worrying for the CT side. Nicky even going to turn back around, looking for Morels. Connects the first couple of shots, gets him down to just 1 HP. Very lucky for Morels to survive. And Luz will thankfully save him from having to take that fight. But Nicky made that dangerous. Way too dangerous considering the situation. Deco. For anybody who doesn't know, that's a Deagle Eco. I did not come up with it, but I am stealing it. Chips actually invests a little bit more than the rest of his team. He's been pretty quiet so far. I've just noticed Spallan, 1 kill, 14 points, and okay, you call out Chips, and he's back. He's back. Headshot with the deep to start. Still the chance to do a decent amount of damage here. Tom looking much better today, I have to say. Yesterday, he was pretty poor, but they still managed to get the victory after a decent team performance. But today, he's looking much stronger. Reitz is going to double down to give them a further man advantage, but Ships has just exploded onto the map, called him out, and now he's alive. 3 1-digs for him. He's looking for number 4. Tom is going to be waiting, and he can't quite connect. Leaves it onto Punisher already, though. 3 kills and a bomb plant. I'm going to go out. Hitting above the flames. Jumps off. Trying to be a little bit snazzy with the dual peek from the CT side. Secures them the round. Obvious fire. You know, yeah? Us Toms have got to stick together. That's how the SatNav company was made. 2 Toms sticking together to direct people where to go. For anybody who didn't get that, that was a Tom joke. And if you didn't get that, that's worrying, because that's as basic as it gets. 6-3. P-side finally have themselves a bye once more, and it has to be said, Pride, they've won 3 rounds in a row and really haven't made much money whatsoever. It's been a lot of close ones, even when there's only been pistols in play. Gonna be Maniz to start. Aggressive peek over towards Ivy. Gonna go for the rotation. Still more players actually trying to make their way out here. Bubble up above. Looking to try and peer over the smoke. A little bit too much aggression from Luz, and we could be seeing him go down. However, as for now, I'm going to stick with that one-man advantage. Never mind the attempted push. Spallan not going to have any luck in this round, and it seems like maybe Pride are just going to continue to string these rounds together. Even if they are close, it doesn't make a difference. As long as Pride get those Ws, get those points, they're not going to care. Especially considering now they do have a good opportunity to actually move to the very top of the board. Obviously, MV Academy currently sit up there. Ivy push about to be coming in. Luz waiting further back. Able to avoid the flash. Trying to avoid Punisher. Bubble is going to be there looking to try and return, and he will manage to do it. Turning it into a 2 versus 3. Once again, they're going to bring it close. But just look at the time, and there's only 10 seconds remaining. They have to get onto the site and plant that bomb. However, Nicky's just gone huge. 3 kills for him. Reitz now has to try and clutch this 1 versus 2. And from a 5v3 to a 1v2, things have just gone from bad to worse. Noise made. Reitz's position is known. And the Bulgarian side do manage to get themselves a 4th round. And as said, CT side really haven't made that much money. So once again, it's going to be a force buy. Did you just put like Charlie Puth lyrics in the chat? You just want attention. I do actually. Love it. I don't know why the room is in slow mode. I don't actually know how to turn it off. I'm not modded. I think I can log into the channel though. Maybe I'll change it during the break. Try and change it. If someone tells me the command or like DMs me or something, I'll change that because that's ridiculous. It's not enough people for it to even go fast. Reitz. Decent position. Has the FAMAS as well, one of the 2 rifles. He is actually going to get the first, but Bubble is very quick to get that trade frag. He's been doing pretty well at that so far, at least, with that AWP. Maniz, 17 HP, just trying to get onto the site. Looking to try and deny things as much as possible. Push going to be coming out. Oh, doesn't manage to connect the shots. It hasn't been his day so far, and Bubble still continues with these trade frags. A rifle has been dropped. Tom can retrieve it. He does have Kevlar, so that's something at least. But there's going to be players up close. A little bit of a gap in it. Spallan has to be careful if he's going to push any further than that. That's going to be another kill for him. Rifle down. We'll be able to retrieve it. He's actually into a 1v2. The problem is he doesn't know there's a man behind. Punisher in such a good position here. Bubble already with 3 kills in the round. And by the looks of it, Tom is just going to have to save. Hold on to the weapon he can. And try and utilize it in the next round. And he has been doing pretty well. It's almost like him and Moniz have switched accounts. Because Moniz is normally the one right at the top of the board. And yesterday, Tom was the one right down the bottom. Instead, Moniz is now actually underperforming. And he's the man you need to be on fire. Like, the fact is, although it's probably harsh to say, if Tom's underperforming, it's not the end of the world. If your star's underperforming, that's where things become a little bit scary. Making their way towards upper B. A quick push. They know that the economy's not going to be great from the CT side. There's still that one AK-47, and a full rotation has pretty much come in from the CT side. What is going on? They don't check below them. Reitz is going to be able to get the first kill. He surely can't do any more. Actually, he can. Second kill with a P2000. $600 made from 0 investment. Not bad at all. I wouldn't mind that sort of return on investment. And somehow now it's back into a 3 versus 1. 3 AKs also picked up from the CT side. Spallan has to try and defend this. He has a Molotov. They do not have a kit. He could just bounce it onto the wall. Looks for the peak instead. I think he's just realized he has the Molotov. And there it goes, straight onto the bomb. There's no way they're defusing it that quickly. They're going to have to try and get off it. And I think Spallan may have done this, although he has to be careful from the push from behind. They don't have enough time. He does just about enough. That one Molotov is there to save him in this round. And that's a big, big Molotov to have. $400 and showing the importance of one grenade. Has he just hit 2 players? Moniz has just hit. He gets one as well. Oh, that is dirty. That is dirty. He just hits 2 players through the wall with the AK. That's absolute filth from Moniz. And even gets the kill onto one of them as well. Yeah, I think he's just awoken. The beast is back. Nicky is now left on just 21 HP. Spray down. Tom going to get himself a double. And this is a massive round. What can Bubble do to at least make it costly? There's 2 already. They haven't been easy rounds for Pride so far. Luz, he's going to be missing the shot, but eventually Moniz is there to get his second kill. He earned it after a couple of shots through that wall. And now, yeah, again, look, the T side, it's both teams at the moment. You sort of look at these rounds and how close they've been. A couple of players surviving. A couple of players surviving. Seven to 6. Pride with the lead, and Ex-Outlaws just sat to try and do some damage with these pistols. And it's not going to be the best start. Already 2 players down. Make that a third. This is just an absolute slaughter round. Simple stuff. Punisher left alone. And not even a point of damage done. So Pride are going to be very happy in this situation. 8 to 6. T-side will at least have themselves a bye going into the final round of the half. And Bubble can get an AWP if he wants it. Could go for an AK and nades instead. It depends what sort of strategy they're going for. Looking like he's going to be the man to try and find the early peak. Spallan, obviously being in this roster, leaving the roster, coming back to the roster, hasn't had the best game so far. Definitely expect more from him on the CT side. But here goes Maniz again. Looking for that early aggression. Caught out, though, from Spallan. There you go. He's on the table. He's on the board once again. Luz, fairly aggressive position with this AWP. Heavily relying on his teammate in pop. If they were to lose that man in pop, it could be a problem. And actually, based off their positions, they are going to have to rotate someone back towards Ivy. They take a bit of a gamble early on, but the problem now is they don't actually know how much positional play has been taken. I think Spallan spots out. Both players will shoot through the wood, but the M4 Morales is slightly more accurate. It's going to be quickly traded out. Back to a 3 versus 3. Bubble burning in the flames to get himself that kill. Chips has just walked onto the site, already finding one, but this round is just going back and forward, spinning. Oh no. Fully scoped, Luz. Easy kill for Ships. Make that a second in the round. Leaves it all onto Reitz. 1 versus 2, making it 1 versus 1. Only Nikki left. Right, and go bait him out a little bit. Important round for both teams. Pride wanting to continue the 3-round streak, which has been going so far. So if Reitz wins this, the pattern continues. If not, he can break the chain. Has no idea where his opponent is. Eventually is going to have to go for the bomb plant. And unfortunately, he's picked the wrong angle. It should be a simple kill in the end for Reitz. And yeah, the pattern continues. This is quite peculiar. 3-3, 3-3, 3. 9-6. Pride will have themselves the lead going into the second half, but a pistol could make all of the difference. Here we go. Decent amount of utility brought up by Pride into this one. They've got a couple of smokes and a Molotov. Now, the Molotov would normally suggest you're heading over towards the B site, but at least what we've seen so far, the majority of players are sitting towards A, unless the plan is to try and wrap back around towards B. Pick off the player on Ivy and then go all the way back. Molotov off connector. That would be a nice plan. I do like that strategy, but you don't see it too often. They've still got the one smoke, which is actually going to be thrown all the way over into the connector, and now the flashes start to rain in. I'm still really interested to see where this Molotov is going to go. It could... Okay, it's just going to be thrown over towards the back of the bomb site. Give that range back over towards the T side. Clear out some angles, and now they go pushing in. Clearly a set strategy that's been come up with, but so far, not so good. It's going to be trades, but the T's not coming out on top, as Morales, the man lurking in from behind, is the only one left. Does a lot of damage onto Spallan, but hasn't managed the frag. Spallan actually the man with the kit, so I want to see him going down. 2 men up above. And even Spallan dying here is just a bit of a bait. The idea would be, if he loses that battle, there's no way you expect a second player to be up above. But it won't matter, because he wins the duel. 7-9, pistol won by X-Outlaws, and that's pretty much them back straight into the game, as long as they can convert it into the next couple. Hey, Trap Pro. How are you? How are you? Obviously, the bomb not going down in the last round, so it is going to be a full investment here. And it's actually interesting how safe we're seeing the CTs go into this. They got 3 rifles, a scout as well. Not a lot of utility, so that's one benefit. And that could mean that a bomb plant goes down in this round. A quick rush down the ramp is going to make things very difficult for the CT side. They do have a FAMAS watching on that position, but it's not exactly renowned for being able to take down 5 players. And the idea here is at least to get the bomb down, throw in some utility, and try and hold on to the round the best they can. Either way, spray through. There's a decent amount of damage onto Reeds. Flashbang is going to allow them to cross over towards the site, and they're actually going very aggressive here. Bubble will hit himself a couple of kills, so he gives them the man advantage going into this retake scenario. And they still have the majority of their rifles standing. And knowing that the CT side, or the T side, sorry, won't have much utility, you can see the patience. Now the push comes back in. Luz has managed to pick up a scout, but he's not going to achieve anything with it. It's left down to the pistols. Tom, with next to nothing, will get himself one, looking for a second, and now it's all onto Maniz, and he can't do anything at range. It will be a bomb plant, so that's something additional at least. It means that going into the next round, we could see Pride invest maybe in a deagle, or just something a little bit extra that they wouldn't be able to afford anyway. But other than that, it's not going to be a buy in this round, unless they really want to take some sort of next level crazy strategy, which I'm not really going to be agreeing with. Actually very little invested by the T side here. Looking like they are going to be saving up nearly all of their cash. Now 2,400 will give them more than enough money to get a full buy. 4,900 is what you normally need to buy one of every single nade, an AK and some armor. The likelihood is Tom is saving to buy maybe an AWP for Maniz, or we might see him pick up the mantle himself. What is that? Glock headshot through smoke to take down Nicky. He's definitely going to feel a little bit hard done by on that one. And that's actually a rifle gun that probably shouldn't have been dropped by the CT side. However, they do still keep 4 alive, so it's not the end of the world. And it is going to be 9-9. Even Stevens. And let's see. Are we going to have the AWP dropped over? Yeah, it's straight over to Maniz. He'll get a rifle back in return, and the rest of the team are going to be able to buy comfortably, as said. Pretty much full utility on every single player. Tom's a little bit low, just based off dropping. But he could have even bought an HE instead of a P250, so it's not like anything too crazy anyway. Yeah, he used his TomTom navigation system, and that helped the bullets. He's seen the film Wanted as well, so he curved it through the smoke. Nice start though from Maniz. There's that AWP, that extra bomb plant paying dividends, because it's unlikely without all the saved cash that they would have had an AWP in this round, and that's already enough. They've got that kill onto Punisher, who again is someone who hasn't really been performing too well in this game so far. And they've got that man advantage. Now they can just do exactly what they're doing here. Slow right down, clear all the portions of the map, make sure there's not too many aggressive positions, which there are. Nicky's very aggressive. We got to push into that upper B spot as well. Here we go. Nade onto Nicky. Flashbang going to go out. There's 2 players around this corner, both completely blind, but it actually comes in with Spallan getting a double kill. He evens things up onto just 1 HP, however. A flashbang could kill him at this point, or stubbing his toe, or being blown by the wind. I'm still looking to try and push out of the side B position. Does manage to get the kill. There's the flank as well from Nicky. A freebie for him. They're still going to be left into a 2v2. Bomb actually going to go rotating all the way through Ivy after it's been cleared. Go. Bomb. Be planted comfortably. The interesting thing is here, Spallan is actually going to go all the way back around. Coming in with the flank. May not be expected. Maniz goes for the peak, and because of that, he's going to go down. Leaves it into a 1 versus 2, but Spallan is only on 1 HP. He's managed to get another kill while only on 1 HP. And they have no idea where his teammate is. Angle being held, and Tom doesn't hit a single bullet. That should have been a comfortable kill. Obviously going for the headshot, but instead Gets absolutely nothing. Spallan kills both remaining players with only 1 HP available. And, well, you have to wonder what just happened there for Pride. A very good position overall. And it's been thrown away. Ten to 9. The lead taken by the Bulgarians for the first time in this game. Since the pistol has been going pretty backwards and forwards, the trend looking like it was going to continue, but it has been broken. No more trends. The free-for-all from here on out. T's do get themselves a bomb plant with almost max loss bonus, 2,900, so they will be able to buy. I'm currently at 23 kills. Mani's still at the bottom of the board, so different players stepping up for Pride today, but seems like other players have fallen off in the same regard, so again, T's much slower. Needs are going to be going out. It's going to be that A hit. A little bit of a delayed push from Pop Dog, so if there was somebody there, it could be risky, but there isn't. Reeds will start things off. Nice spray from Spallan, though. He continues from the last round. This time, is he going to get to survive again? No. Tom won't make the same mistake. However, does peek into Nicky and loses that battle instead. The man advantage sticks with the CT side. Looking like they're just going to wait, but Maniz gets dunked out of the round. He really hasn't been having a good day so far. And it's all on to Luz. Nicky's low. So running into his crosshair. Will hand him 1 kill. Bubble peeking around the angle. Could give him the second. Both players missing shots, but the tap onto the bomb is going to force Luz into the open. Bubble is handed a simple kill. 11 to 9. More money put into the bank accounts of Pride, so they won't have any problems there. They are still going to have a buy. Won't have an AWP with it, but that's not too much of a problem. Either NK. I'm actually quite disappointed that the Nicky NK like deadly duo, especially on this map, has been broken up. Because I used to love just watching them sort of both run into that A site and just wreck face. So I'm a bit unhappy. Also, it's nice that their names are so similar. Either way, T's going for a much faster play, looking to try and get out onto the site, and it's gone very well indeed. But Bubble and Nicky going to be able to trade back a couple. It's still a pretty close round. Lars trying to sneak through the edge of the smoke, and he will catch Bubble as the smoke fades. Leaving just ships to try and save this one.
Bomb has been planted.
Somebody to make a bit of a mistake. Reet's pretty low on HP. Just to sneak back around. Spots out Luz. That's the first kill. Did he see Maniz above? I think he did. I think he's just caught the angle. Maybe one of his teammates screaming at him after catching it on his screen. Nade gonna go out. Caught with it in hand, but still alive and kicking at least for now. Peek comes out, however, from Reetz, who was the one unknown factor left in this round. And Pride will manage to finally get their first T round. However, again, it seems to come at great cost every time they manage to win one. As they lose 3 players and will have to invest everything they've got in this round. Like this boost. Maniz. Ah, there we go, Bubble. Can't do anything about that. The boost catches him early. And what can the T's or CTs do to respond? They go for some aggression. How does he get that kill? Reach doesn't have head armor. And now the push out. Punisher manages to get another one. I'm not sure what's going on. It seems like the T's might be sleeping a little bit. They get that first pick. Close with the UMP. Lars goes peeking around the corner and does manage to trade. Back to a 3v3 once again. Spallan has the AWP in hand and connects. Drops the bomb as well, which will buy them a little bit more time to actually rotate around. You can see straight away switching up his position. Picking another spot. Morales, however, gives the man advantage back in this position from Lars. Should be another free kill, leaving only Nicky left alive to try and save this for his team. Otherwise, the equalization round will be in from the poles. Got so many angles left to check, and he will spot right into Luz. That's going to be the equalizer. Once again, we're back to level pegging. However, CTs now don't have any money, so it is likely that Pride are going to take themselves the lead. Okay, here we go. It's just an aim map for Morales at this point. Of course, there's nothing invested from this CT side, so just some tapping. Nice taps from Morales. He's going to catch up a little bit with Tom, who's still at the top of the board. And Pride, as said, they're going to take the lead. And more importantly, they get a flawless victory. So that's wonderful for them. They're going to have every single player surviving, every single player making the maximum amount of cash that they can. And that normally when you win a round perfectly like that, it means that the next round, if you were to lose, you just easily have a buffer of a round the second you win one like that. Of course, if you were sort of having a weaker buy anyway and you have to upgrade a couple of things or invest into further utility, it can be a little bit off. Like, it's not an exact science, of course, no economy ever will be. But still a decent stand for them. Push out. Morales just going to lead the charge alone. Has a little bit of support from Maniz with the AWP, but he's trying to just sort of sell this fake. Spots out Punisher in the smoke, but can't quite connect the shots. Punisher just going to walk away like it was nothing, and Nicky, who has his back, will get the first kill of the round. Nice work from Ships, but it is only one. So the B site push will come in. Bubble with another, and now Reitz, the man, try and hold on to this one. He's on the site alone. He's not going to be able to do anything. Once again, we'll go back to level pegging. 12 to 12. CTs now, they actually keep 4 players alive. Of course, the Ts, as said, they had that 1 round buffer. They had themselves that extra little bit of cash that they get to keep. And they will have a buy, especially with the bomb plant as well, which spreads 4 grand between the 5 players. And yeah, they've got plenty of money, so no real troubles there. In fact, as long as they don't, if they get another bomb plant in this round, they'll probably still have enough money to buy into the next anyway. I think Tom a little bit lower than a lot of the others, and Luz actually going to go for an AWP. So clearly Mini's just not feeling it at the moment. He's going to decide to go for the AK. Luz can't actually afford head armor. I don't really know why they didn't just get Morales to buy him an AWP. It does seem to be a thing with this Polish team where a lot of the time they won't drop the AWP. They'll just keep it forever. Has it, but Luz, he has the spawn for it. And because of that, he's already going to take down Bubble. Nice start to the round. His opponent, Orper, is gone. Now the T's just have to play off this man advantage. I think Spallan was just spotted. He's going to take a nasty bit of damage from that nade. Although, actually, 27 isn't so bad. AWP homed in. Here comes the jump down. Nice start from Nicky. Looking to try and continue as Reitz goes pushing onto the site, and his teammate doesn't actually defend him too well. In fact, Ships is going to go down. A little bit of top and tail there with the guys on the site, but now Maniz. This is just dirty. What? What was that spray? He's going to get the long range one instead. Hits most of the bullets onto Spallan, who's pretty low on HP. The CT side have to make the decision to try and save the weapon. Not only because he's so low on HP, that's just added bonus. but also because they kind of need the extra cash. They don't have that much money. A weapon saved could have been the difference between a buy and not a buy. Instead, now, well, the CTs sort of have to make a decision whether or not it's worth going for here. The decision they've made is nope. Will be 13 to 12. Likely 14 to 12 unless some massive mistakes are made from Pride. They're getting ever closer to actually getting right up the top of the board. It could be them and Envy Academy the ones to actually make their way through, straight through to that second stage of playoffs. It's going to be the B stack. Bit of aggression coming out. Reek's already spraying down 2, but they may not expect anybody else to be on the B site itself. However, I think the T's may have clocked on here. Wish we're going to be coming straight out. There's nobody here, of course. It'll just be a very simplistic round.
Bomb has been planted.
Morales just looking to try and stop anybody getting back in from behind. Well, again, another nice little tap from him. At least Nicky will be able to get one. The best case scenario is he retrieves his rifle instead. Reeks decapitates him, 14 to 12. And now it's crunch time for the CT side. They've saved this extra money. Okay, Punisher is a little bit further down the pecking order in terms of the amount of money he has. But they do have an AWP. They've got a decent amount of utility on Nicky and Bubble and somewhat Spallan as well. Doesn't have a smoke, which is always nice for that stopping potential. But he's decided to go for an HE instead. 14 to 12. The early flashbang to try and deny any early presence. Smoke over towards Ivy. And a lot of aggression coming out from the CTs in this round. They got 3 players around that electric box. One has made his way forward. The thing is, Spallan hasn't been doing that great at actually taking down players when they've peaked into this pop dog position, especially with all the pre-fires that we've seen from Pride so far. Clearing a lot of those closer angles. He's already down to 49 HP before anybody has shown themselves. Obviously, Morales takes a tag back. Nicky is going to force them a little bit lower, but you have to look at the utility now for the CT side. They have nothing. Spallan just expended the last nade that they had, and there's still a minute left on the clock once all of the nades are gone, and that's a nice entry kill from Morales. Starts things off with Nicky down. Right at the top of the board for his team at the moment. Most frags on his team, at least. Still leaving 2 players over towards this B site. Here comes the rotation back. Bubble gonna leave the lone man Ships, and the timing probably couldn't be any worse as the smokes will now look to fall. Ships has a lot of work to do, and he has to be careful from above. Jumping down, Tom doesn't check the angle, and that's going to give the opening for Ships. 2 kills already. He's actually going to stand in the flames, but it's a rotation back. Trying to go towards this A site now, but there's still a player here. Again, it's going to be Punisher doing the work. Manages to get a frag. Turns it into a 3 versus 2. Eventually is traded out. Bomb is going to be going down. Now how can they do from this after plant position? Luz, he's given a lifeline. That should have been a kill coming in from Bubble. Both players actually missing their shots at the moment. Looking like we might see a peek out from Morales, who's currently sat over towards that pop. Luz does manage to hit the shot. The flank from Ships is good, and it now is left all onto Morales. He should get this kill easily, but Ships with a nice peek in. 4 kills from him in this round. And that is a big mistake over on the B site, because this man could have been dead within seconds if Tom checks his angles. Instead, we'll see 14-13 onto the board. And the T's, well, they are going to be coming back with a bye, and a very good one as well. There we go, then. Double AWP setup. CT side, Bubble and Nicky. Minis clearly wants that AWP back. So, okay, Luz, okay, look, you didn't hit the... Give me the AWP. Give me the AWP. up from Luz, though. Does get that early pick now. He's probably just saying to Maniz, see, look, I don't need to give you this AWP. It's mine. A reset still possible onto that final round, which would be an awful scenario for Ex-Outlaws to be in. Can they hold on here? Minute left on the clock. Still have a little bit of utility held on to, at least for now. Mainly in the form of HEs, which isn't ideal at all. Balan. Patient. Here goes Maniz, though. Leading that charge. Punisher just doesn't react at all. Maybe thinks there's somebody there to defend him. He is wrong. Up above, it's Balan. Gets one, but again, it's Morels just tapping away who gets the kill. Spots out another. Can he do it again? Yes, he can. And now Bubble is all that remains of this CT side defense. For sure, he has to try and hold on to this AWP to give them a lifeline in the next round. Maybe set him up. Do something aggressive because it is going to be a 15th. There's not much he can do about it. He can try and make it costly. You don't know Maniz? No Maniz. Maniz used to play for Kingwin. No way. No way. This can't be happening. I don't think he has enough time. Or maybe he does. It's going to be really close. He actually gets it. Bubble with the ninja defuse. You sneaky, sneaky devil. What a play from Bubble. Just enough time to steal around. And Pride have got to be kicking themselves. That is a massive mistake to make. 14-14. And yeah, they've taken a pause, but they must be absolutely pissing themselves at the moment. That is hilarious. 14-14. Both teams. A lot of damage from that. T-side will definitely have a better buy. Luz been dropped an AWP? Or is it just going to be straight rifles? Yeah, Luz is taking up that sort of primary AWP role at the moment over on this T-side. Quite surprising. PT side. Got a chance now. 14-14. Aggression coming out from Nicky and Spallan. Luz. Jumping up and down. He's got to be quite careful here. Pete going to be coming out. Can he not see? What? I guess the Go TV just gives us a little bit more vision than he does, because from that perspective, he sees everything. He's going for the shots through the wall. He's actually hit a couple as well. Spallan down to just 28 HP. Oh, that's wonderful. Finds two, but it's actually going to be two back from Reitz and another from Maniz in the meantime. So it is going to be back to a 3v2. The aggression pays off initially, but here comes Maniz. He's finally awoken. Double kill for him. Now left all onto Bubble once again. He doesn't have a kit this time. And he clutch for them. Gets the first. Maniz pretty low on HP. Doesn't know where either of these remaining players are. Has to be careful here. It's not much time, so Bubble really needs to get moving. He's going to spot out one, but it will be Tom to win the round. So 15-14. They do manage to rectify what just happened in the previous round. And now the money will be ruined. It should have been ruined in the last round. But now they'll take the hit. Ex-Outlaws trying to survive here. Oh, that's not what he meant to do. Tried to buy a single nade instead. He might have fat-fingered that one and just bought an MP7 instead. Doesn't make a difference, although it could be something to be found. Aggression coming in from Bubble. Want to try and take the fight, but the T's aren't going to let them. Throw down a Molotov. Should try and hold them back. couple of players have made their way over towards Pop as well. These are playing very slow. They don't want to take any risks here already, though. There's 2 kills from the aggression. Tom and Morels capitalizing. Bubble is going to be close. Hits another dink, but he doesn't get a kill. It's going to be Spallan and Ships trying to save this team. Ships will be able to get 1. And actually, there's a few low players. The position of Spallan isn't going to be too valuable. Ships actually getting another one. And another one. Ships doing massive work. Can Spallan do anything here? No, he can't. It's going to have to be Ships. Needs to ace this round to win. Doesn't have a kit. I'm going to try and bait them out of position. Doesn't look like they're falling for it, and Luz will be there to finish. It comes very close at the end, but it is going to be Pride to take this game 16-14. An affair that could have gone either way, but it is the Poles to continue. And that, again, that's going to put them right up the top of the board. It's them and MV Academy who are yet to lose one. Either way, we are going to be going for a quick break, and we will return with Ares versus Fragsters for another match of the Hellcase Cup.